guys, it's Trina and I'm at YallFest.
Can we do like the roller coaster where we like do it?
And I am joined by
Emily from my channel, Emily Hoinberg.
Kayla Rain from my channel named Kayla Rain.
Kimberly from Kimberly's Mindstorm.
Rebecca from Why Mermaids.
Sarah from Sarah Ann Reads.
Caitlin from Book Chats.
So we're doing another Hunger Games collab discussion video today, and this one is going to be all characters who don't have any kind of magical abilities or supernatural powers, but I did already upload a video earlier with characters from fantasy and science fiction books, so don't forget to check that one out. Alright, I have Jason Bourne.
I have Verity from Codename Verity.
Ooh.
I know. I'm not gonna cry.
I know.
I have Grace May. I don't know.
From Madness So Discreet.
No. I have Charlie from Perks of Being Alive.
Charlie. Oh no. Negan and Lucille.
From
The Walking Dead.
The Walking Dead.
okay.
Can you do 2 in 1?
Lucille is the name of his bat, so this just means that Lucille will be in the cornucopia, so he still has to go get her.
Yeah.
If you don't know, Negan is a character from The Walking Dead, the comics, and the TV show is probably how most people know him, but he is a huge villain. He goes around and he takes everybody else's resources, and he's a very, very feared leader, and if you get on his bad side, like, he won't hesitate to just kill you. Who had Jason Bourne?
Most of you guys are probably familiar with the Jason Bourne movie trilogy. His skill set is very similar to the books. He is like a person that was trained by the CIA and can totally kick your butt and turn anything into a weapon, and is also like strong and, you know, can hide and all of those things.
And who had Grace?
She's a historical fiction character from Madness So Discreet. She's been put into an insane asylum. She's experienced a lot of awful things. She's not necessarily trained to be a fighter or anything, but she's very vindictive and she can turn cold very quickly
And not feel bad about it.
yeah, and so like if she thinks you deserve to die, she doesn't care. She'll just do it.
She picks up on clues really, really well. Photographic memory, or is that what
Yeah,
it's called?
something like that.
Like, he shows her these like clues and case files and stuff, and she will remember it forever, and then later on can put it together.
Yeah.
Also a protector.
Yes,
Like
very
she's
much.
very invested in protecting people that she thinks are vulnerable.
So she would protect Charlie. Maybe.
She might.
But she's also like, it would be unusual for her to automatically like think of men as vulnerable.
Who put in Charlie?
I put in Charlie. I just love him as a character. I wasn't really thinking like who's going to survive. I thought who might actually be drawn, because it wasn't always a choice. Some people, I volunteer for tribute. He's not going to volunteer. He's probably going to have the bad luck of being drawn.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
he's
man.
drawn.
I put in Verity. She's a spy.
She's
Codename
a
Verity.
spy who believes in justice
Yes.
and doing the right thing, and she does not like corrupt governments.
And she also can like stand up well under a lot
Under
of
torture and
like
pressure.
pressure and like
Yes.
like mental pressure, physical pain, a lot of those
She doesn't
things.
crack easily.
Yeah.
Kayla didn't have a character in either round, so we're going to add an additional character, Zuzana from Daughter of Smoke and Bone.
She is like a ride or die friend. She is very resourceful. She's not necessarily a fighter, but if she could get in an alliance with someone, she could be very successful.
The other thing is like she's a very petite, adorable, like described as doll-like. So in like the interviews and stuff, she would probably get a lot of sympathy from
Right.
the Capitol and people going, "Oh, she's so sweet, she's so cute."
She's
like,
really creative and really good at building and putting things
Yeah.
together.
She's like very well coordinated.
yeah.
Yes.
Alright, so what happens?
I
I think
think-
Zuzana and Verity might team up together.
I could
I could
see
see
that,
that.
and I could even see possibly Grace.
I'm thinking of them as being like a trio of awesome friends now, and I'm like writing fan fiction in my head.
So I think our game starts with Jason and Negan.
I disagree. Well, I don't know about Negan. Jason is not going to take somebody out right away. He is trained to observe every element of any situation he's in before he puts himself in.
Negan is gonna kill someone right away.
That's what I
Well,
thought.
I think what he would want to start doing right off the bat is finding people to team up with. He wants very strong alliances. I think that he would see Jason Bourne and want him in an alliance. Like, he would almost be obsessed with the idea of, we are going to take over this arena.
He works alone. That's the whole thing about like that. The part of the training program that he's part of is they don't have any personal connections at all.
I strongly think that like Zuzana, Grace, and Verity would form an alliance and run and hide. And he wouldn't be able to torture any of them. They would withstand it.
Maybe he would grab Charlie.
But he would die. He would die if you tortured him even once. He would just die. He's like a little cinnamon roll.
If Negan sees Charlie as a weak guy,
That's why I was saying he might want him to be a follower.
he would like grab him really quickly.
Charlie's not going. Charlie's
But if
gonna
it's his only way to survive, if Negan says, I will protect you if you work for me, then he could potentially use Charlie to be like, we need resources, so why don't you go infiltrate the girls' camp and maybe like get them to trust him.
Charlie would just die. Charlie. I know. Well, I said he may not. He's gonna.
I don't know if he would do
So he's just gonna
anything.
He's just gonna die on his own without anybody killing him.
Trip and fall when they're running into the woods and he'll get stabbed or something.
Fall into his own knife on accident.
Here's what's gonna happen. Charlie's gonna step off before the countdown's done.
Oh no! So Charlie dies first.
No matter what situation we put Charlie in, he is going to die.
So Charlie's
He
dead.
is not going to survive. He's not.
All right.
So
Charlie dies first.
I agree, like, that I think Negan would want Jason Bourne to be on his side.
But if he doesn't join in, he's gonna have
But
to
Jason
fight
Bourne's not gonna join in. So does that make him so angry that he would try to retaliate against Bourne, or does that make him go to the
But
girl?
he actually tries to take leaders out, because I've seen him do that before. So if he sees somebody else strong, he's going to go right for that strength to try to take them out.
If he doesn't get Jason, he wouldn't just go into a blind rage and then like keep attacking him. He is very strategic. I think he would like spare their life in order to manipulate others to trust him, because he does that very often.
He would go after Verity because Verity would be the leader of that group.
Yeah.
Yes.
However, Verity can withstand
Anything.
a lot.
Well,
not death.
Not death, yeah.
I mean, he would have to kill her. Grace and Zuzana would be horrified, but wouldn't play into that and give themselves up.
What is Negan's end game regarding the Capitol?
Yeah.
Because Negan wants to be in charge.
I don't think he's gonna want to like go take out President Snow.
He wants to be President
Well,
Snow.
I think he doesn't, I don't know if he really wants to be the leader of the whole world. He just wants himself to be okay in his
Yeah,
group.
yeah, he doesn't like take out the other leaders. He just wants him to benefit or whatever. So it's not like he's gonna bust out and go
Capital
after
would be fine with
Snow.
that, probably.
Yeah, the capital one.
Yeah, but I think he would like be and let be as long as he were benefiting in some way.
Do we think it's ultimately going to come down to Negan and Jason?
None of them really have the skills to take on
Right.
Jason.
Yeah, I have an argument for that.
Oh, okay.
I think Negan also loves women. He's gonna want a woman brothel. Grace hates the type of man that Negan is, like with every fiber of her being, but she is so smart. I think she would know what he wants and she would totally play into that, and she would get into bed with him and stab him in the gut or slit his neck or something. He would want a woman, or he would want somebody with him
He
to
would be
charge
vulnerable to
around.
that.
So I think he would let her in.
I really like your argument about Grace and Negan. Like, I think Negan is dead. Because Negan is like exactly like someone that is Grace
Okay.
is like.
So Grace has killed Negan, Zuzana's hiding in a tree, and Jason's still
So at this
observing.
point,
I think if it comes down to the three of them, I don't think the girls would turn on each other, and I think hand-to-hand combat, or
He's gonna
even
kick anybody's
if they are
butt.
armed,
Zuzana
I think he would be
said-
trained to be able to disarm either one of them.
Zuzana's very creative and very sneaky, and
Was she as
sometimes maybe
sneaky
underhanded.
as Jason
She
Bourne,
could set
though?
a trap.
But he's trained to look for that. For him, the arena is just another mission. And his mission is to take out these targets and get out alive. And so he would do whatever he needs to do to hide, to get a bow and arrow or a sniper rifle or whatever. But even if he didn't have those resources, he's trained in hand-to-hand combat and he can fight you and snap your neck.
I realize that this would be very slim chance, but Zuzana has one of the most creative minds that I've ever seen written into a series. Like, just her art. And it's something that's completely out of this world, and people that are just like, oh, I would have never thought of this.
But my question to you then is like, what would she have to have as far as materials are concerned to create something that is going to throw a person who's literally trained to not let anything throw them off their mission.
What I'm saying is, like, she's so creative that, like, it seems like he's just, like, trained to know all these things, but when you put in something that he's never encountered before, like what Zuzana could bring to the table, like, that's all I'm saying is, like, there could be this element of she can surprise him. Like, that's
I
a
do think
possibility
she
with her
can surprise
character.
him, but
I don't think it'd be enough to
I
drag
do
along.
think that the Capitol would totally love Zuz, but
Yeah.
even with the support of sponsors, I don't think he can get over the fact that Jason Bourne, like, it's his mission to kill these
And
girls.
he's an assassin and they're not.
Okay, so
Yeah,
here's my
basically.
question. In the Jason Bourne series, does he ever turn on the people who trained him?
In the movies, he's turning against the people that created him.
Mm-hmm.
But in the books, Jason Bourne loses his memory, so he doesn't know who he's running from and who he's fighting against. So he's like on high alert, fighting against anybody and anything.
Okay.
This flinches over here and someone loses.
I think it's going to come down to who can make a killing blow between Zuzana and Grace. Who's more likely to kill? Because I think Grace is probably less hesitant to kill.
Right.
So I think
Zuzana's not going to outright kill unless it's like something that she does not have to actually do with her own hands. It would have to be like something that
trap.
she created. I just don't think, from what you're telling me from Jason Bourne, I don't think the Capitol would let him survive because he's too much of a loose cannon. The same thing with like Magneto last year. Like he definitely would
But
have.
Jason Bourne is still human, and he could be killed by the Capitol, and he
That's
kind
true.
of
He could
works
also be-
for them.
He
You
could
know?
be reprogrammed with like Tracker Jacker venom, and then he would be like a huge asset to them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So,
then
like-
we also know what happened with PETA.
Well, that's because there was a rebellion that got
Right.
Peter out.
Yeah.
Nice,
Like, because someone that Peter cared about had to help like break him out of it.
Yeah.
So like, Jason Bourne doesn't care about anyone.
Do we want to come down to just a vote again?
Yeah.
Okay, so who thinks Grace would win? Who thinks Zuzana would win? You don't even.
I don't know. It's like the thing
Okay,
is, it's like
wait.
there's too many.
I think Jason would win. It's like, we won. It's over.
Like,
Yeah.
Like, I think she could trick him and then Grace would stab him or something. Like, if
Yeah.
they team up, it's possible.
but the thing is, like, Grace would have to give a legit, like, you stabbed him and he is dead on the spot for them to outlive him. Because even if he's been stabbed, he's
And
still
then-
gonna fight you.
Then if they kill him,
Right.
are they going to kill each other?
I can't be fully invested with the Capitol being okay with Jason Bourne being their champion. That's the only reason why I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm unsure. Like, if it was, honestly, if I could
Well,
invest in that idea,
I
like,
think
of
it's
course he would
because
kill Zuzana.
He
and
takes
him.
What do
orders
you
so
think,
well.
viewers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with you, Trina. He's been trained to do what a, like, government tells him to do and
No
not ask
questions
questions
asked.
about it.
So I think it was kind of a tough battle and a tough decision, but I do think we're gonna just settle on Jason Bourne is probably the more likely. Let us know in the comments, like, who you think would win out of this group of characters, or if you think we got it wrong. And don't forget to check out all of these ladies' channels that will be linked down below. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the comments. Bye!
Bye!